Hello and welcome. We are on the grid now, set for the start of the German Grand Prix. We now have 3, 4 and 5 red lights. This is looking to be a great race. It's lights out and away we go, and the two Holdens get off to an absolute flying start. They're both neck and neck heading down into turn number 2. Zudanile has lost a bit of time as they head back to the pack. Cobra 9 into the lead off the start. He's followed by his teammate Captain Cody. It looks like Eeks is making up places. So is Viandra. Chase is also looking to get up the order as they head now down into turn 6. The hairpin. Cobra 9 with a bit of a spin. They'll invite Cobra 9. Captain Cody into the mix. There's Zudanile behind. And then there's Eeks and Chase and Viandra looking to make up a bit more time as Kubo spins yet again and loses even more time. That's invited Zudanile. No, that's actually Viandra up into second place. And look at this trio of cars down here battling it out for third place. There's 4 cars all pretty much inside of each other. And there's a spin. It's Viandra. He's spun into the pit lane. And so now he's gone all the way down to the back. Now on lap 2 of 40. We don't have timing up on the right, but Captain Cody has gotten off to a good start. Zudanile now back up into second place. There's Eeks closely behind. Cobra 9 trying to get back up to where he started. Okay, it's all over the curb, almost spun there. And there's Eeks going for a ride. Chase going for a ride into the wall. Chase now moves further back after such a good start. But that has promoted Cobra 9 now up into 4th place. Skipped a lap actually, so we're gonna have to as I head down into the hairpin for the 3rd time. Now the field's starting to spread out a little bit. Zudanile trying to chase after Captain Cody off the start. Eeks has made a good start up now into 3rd place. There's a battle further back. It looks like it's between Cobra 9 and JD Denier, who's gotten onto the gravel, and that's not where you want to be. He pretty much cuts the corner and off he spins again, and Cobra 9 remains in 4th place as there's a hounding pack behind him. Timing tower still not fixing. Case down in 10th place. Here are the 2 leaders stretching away from Eeks. As already a pit stop for Chase. So into the pits comes the motorsport car. That was the battle further back with Rohan, and they've already lost time as well. That's another spin for Viandra, so he's been pretty much all over the track recently. Now the timing tower starting to update a little bit. Still waiting for the full thing to be released. Here's the battle for the final podium position between Cobra 9 and Eeks. It's Holden versus Folklore. Holden need a good result here if they want to stay ahead of Proera down the inside into turn 6. Coolbro 9 has a little bit of a gap ahead. That might be VLAG heading into turn 8. Coolbro 9 goes wide and allows X to get back the position. But this battle will not be over in a quick second. It'll remain. Here's X goes a bit wide and spins and hits the wall, and Coolbro has been given 3rd place. So the Holden now up into 3rd. After getting the lead, then losing the lead at the start, Coolbro 9 is now up. There a bit more of the timing tower now being added. Do it for the other position. For the lap 7 of 41, technically lap 6 of 40. Back to the leaders then, and they're ahead by about 4 seconds. Back to Coolbro 9. Already seeing a lot of corner cuts already. The team on 12 corner cuts. Eeks on 7. Chase is on 5. Another battle further back. This time it's JD looking to get 4th place. And on the time sheet, he was actually ahead of Eeks at the line. Eeks is off. And he's done a Sebastian Vettel. JD also spun as well, but he didn't spin as badly as Eeks, who got into the gravel, and there's no friction on there, so you pretty much are just a boat with no motor. So now JD has moved back, or that might have been VLAG, because it looks like he's ahead of Rohan. The JD is now in 4th, but goes wide, and here's a raging pack behind, and Viandra makes his move. What a move that was through turn 4. Now the Proera being chased here by the 2 Fusion Motorsport cars. Braking hard, and there is Laser still lingering behind. So this is a 4-way battle here for 4th place. Chase in the background trying to catch up. And these guys were all pretty much near each other in qualifying. The 2 Fusions go now ahead of Viandra. Any mistakes through here? Surprisingly not. Reports now that Eeks has retired from the race. Now it looks like JD is clear of this pack. At least trying to get clear of Laser. These two still close to each other, and Coolbro 9 not too far back either. Pretty much any mistake from these two will lead into a change at the top of the order. .1 seconds to go. We can actually now see what the gap is. How far back is Coolbro? He's 8 seconds back from the lead. This is very big VLAG at the moment. JD in 4th, but he's closely hounded here by Laser, who's looking to make a move. And there's Coolbro just ahead, so that will give him a bit more encouragement. Going a bit wide there was Denier. Hard braking JD with a slide, and it looks like Laser has made the position. Laser battling back from his poor qualifying. And he's now up into 4th place. JD with another slide. There we go. Laser now up into 4th. Dudenau catching up ever so slightly. And he was the fastest car in Q1 with a 101.1. So I have a feeling we'll see a driver get into 1 minute today. There Laser goes on the timing sheet, and this battle is still going on. It was from about 5 laps ago, and they're still battling it out next to each other. Chase is 32 seconds back, and he was around about in and around this battle here. So Chase got rid of his mandatory pit stop on lap 3. So we'll see if when these guys eventually make their pit stops, if they come out near and around Chase. Of course, Eeks has retired, so he will stay in 10th place. Now it looks like the fusion of JD, I believe, and the Proera of Viandra go up the order now. There we go, Viandra up into 4th place, 2.5 seconds back from Cobra 9, who's holding the final podium position and is doing relatively well at doing that for the time being. And it looks like on the timing sheet it says Rohan is ahead of Denier, but I'm not too sure if that is the case. They can just see Cobra 9 ahead of them as they head through the middle sector, so that'll give them more encouragement to stay with them. Denial currently holding the fastest lap at a 101.2. Captain Cody's fastest lap is a 101.2 as well. And then back, no one within 4/10 of them. And Cobra 9 has seemed to have dropped down positions. Not sure if that was a pit stop or not, but Cobra 9 has dropped back. Not too sure what happened there. We'll try and figure it out. But that's very unfortunate for a driver that was looking so quick. Because he's now back. Latini has dropped now behind Chase in 8th place. The Chase is keeping up, or is setting a pace relative to the leaders at the moment, which after the pit stops might bring him up. He was complaining about tyres, so I'm not sure that was the correct strategy call to come out early if you're struggling on tyres, but Viandra lead Laser. Viandra trying to hire Laser for Proera, of course. See if that story has the ending that Viandra and Laser want. The Laser possibly chasing after his future boss, or at least an SSRL. And then just looking behind is JD, looking to maybe get some scraps. Fusion Motorsport have scored 2 points all season in SSRL Season 4 in 2025. They'll be looking to increase their points tally and look towards moving up towards Objective Racing, who, safe to say, are probably not going to be attending any more races. Denier must have had a spin as well, as I was not looking, because he's now behind Coolbro 9, down in 7th place. The lead is now about 15 seconds up. Oh no, JD's coming to the pit lane. Is what really happened. Where is Chase? Chase is about 5 seconds up the road from JD, so if this is the case, then the complete undercut from Chase has given him a net 3rd place as it stands. Very lonely being in a commentary box by yourself, just watching cars go around a track. Must be just as lonely in the cockpit there with, or in the driver's seat of that mode of motorsport car, because I'm pretty sure he hasn't battled anyone for the past 10 laps. And we're on lap 16 of 41. Lap 15 of 40. Both JD and Latini both are on 4 corner cuts. Here's the battle for third place. Lays still chasing after Viandra. As they go through the hairpin, it looks like Laser has gotten a bit of an advantage in Sector 3. If he does finish P3, that'll take him to 46 points, which jumps him up into 5th place. Ahead of David, which will give him, I believe, a 100 Robux payday. Somewhere along those lines. He's ahead of Viandra, who I calculated before, if he did all of his quote-unquote reserve races as a main driver, then he would have scored 33 points by himself, not including this race. If he included this race, he would be on 43 points, which would also be ahead of David. JD must have spun again because he is now behind Latini on the standings tower. Laser making another move and up into 3rd place yet again. They're still hanging about side by side, and as I hear, Captain Cody is going into the pit lane. So we'll see if this is a quick stop from the Australian. We'll see if RNG is on his side for the pit stop. Tell you what, that looks pretty good. Through there goes Rohan. Now Coolbro is coming down the main straight. There is Coolbro. And now it's very close between the two Holden cars. Coolbro obviously with the older tires. And coming out, Cody barely stays ahead of his teammate. So the undercut possibly working well around here. See if Zudanar comes into the pits. No, stays out, but almost dropped it. What a save that was from the Pro Era car, who now inherits the lead, and the standings tower has been figured out now. Zero takes the lead, and that will promote Laser or Viandra. Looks like Laser's a bit ahead, up into 2nd place. Just lingering about in 3rd, or 4th I should say, is Rohan, who's getting caught up very quickly by Captain Cody. Motorsport doing well so far in this race. You can see Captain Cody catching Rohan in the background here. Didier now ahead of Latini, and that's the final points paying position. Latini into the box, so that explains it. I believe else. Oh no, JD's left the game completely. And that is Rohan into the pits. Captain Cody taking over. Viandra and Laser both pitted at the same time. That's what I was looking for. Rohan spending a very long time in the pits. That's longer than what he would have liked. There, by the way, when Chase now up into a net P4, and Viandra had a very much so quicker stop than the Irwin GP car. There in the background is Rohan. So now this fight for the last podium position, or should I say 4th place, is very much on. Can they catch up here to Chase, or will they rely on corner cuts here? Because... Oh, and Chase has flipped! I don't know how he managed to flip at turn 8, but he's managed to do so. And now Viandra is promoted up into P4. Yeah, that is P4. Has Zero Denial come into the box yet? No, stays out. Only 6 corner cuts here for Zero Denial, so well done to him. But Chase now into the box the 2nd time. Now we just have to wait and see. Chase out. Zero Denial come into the pitch. Yes, he does. So how far back is Captain Cody? He's going through the final corner now. Zero Denial will crawl at 60 kilometers an hour. Through there goes Latingi. That is Captain Cody through turn 1. Going very wide, but inherits the lead away from Zero Denial. How far back is Kubro 9? Could he possibly make an impact? No, he's going through turn 1. And then Laser is behind Viandra, so this is the correct order. Rohan is in 6th, ahead of Chase, who somewhere. Now going through the final couple of corners. Now, the pit stops are away. Now it's a sprint to the end. Catching up to the lap car there of Latingi. It says it's been lapped, but that was because he was lapped before by Zero Denial. But Captain Cody will now inherit the lead, and he just has to drive pretty conservatively. He's got double the amount of corner cuts that Zero Denial does. You will be watching closely. Kubro 9 is coming in it yet again. An interesting strategy here from Holden. He's completely missed his pit box, but that's completely fine. Who do we look out for then? Chase has stopped twice. He's coming around the final corner. Kubro 9's already out of the pit lane, so it doesn't really matter. Kubro 9 will stay ahead of Chase. And there's a spin for Latingi, which pretty much sums up his race today. Where is Zero Denial? There he is. Couldn't see him on the same camera, so I was wondering where he actually is on track. About 3 seconds. Oh, that was a great call. About 3 seconds back from the lead of this race. And Rohan has got a drive-through for exceeding the corner cut limit. So he'll have to crawl at 60 kilometers an hour to serve that. That's pretty much a pit stop. So now Kubro 9 is ahead of Rohan here. But Rohan stays ahead here of Chase. Very diverse strategy calls coming into play. Denial with a bit of a spin at the final corner, and that'll just leave him a little bit more time. Ace must have spun as well. Or no, he was actually always behind Rohan. But here's now the battle for 6th place. If Chase can get ahead of Rohan here and stay in 6th place, then he'll be tied on points with the 3rd place man of Cirque, who isn't attending today. They're side by side as they now head through the hairpin. Rohan has gone completely into the wall, and that has given a 1st class ticket for Chase to get up into 6th place. That was an almighty crash. Looked like he had a pinned throttle. But that gives Chase the 6th place he was looking for, and now he'll be looking to get up into 5th, which is held by row 9. So after this race, we'll go into top 10 in points. Let's see if Vaendra and Laser are still holding hands. No, Laser's lost a bit of time. To Vaendra on this lap. They're about 20 seconds back from lead of this race. I can confirm is that the field is very spaced out at the moment. But you probably already knew that because how silent I am. We're just waiting for something to happen in the race. We have 13 laps left to go here at the Hockenheimring. Going wide again is Captain Cody's. Gap stays pretty much the same. Oh, and Captain Cody's off! He's done a Sebastian Vettel! It looked like the car didn't even want to turn. Is he trying to pull a Marc Marquez or something? Because that looked like a very rare error there from Captain Cody. And so now Zero Denial is right behind him. 1.7 seconds the gap now. Didn't lose as much time as I thought he actually would have by going so slowly off the track. doesn't make the same mistake twice heading into the hairpin. Captain Cody. Chase now has drive-through penalty. And Laser is close on 21. Both Kubro and Viandra on 19. Cody on 16. Ever so clean. Zero denial. Only 12 corner cuts. And we're 2-3 at the moment. He'll get the gap closer in the championship. As long as it stays this way. But I'm sure Zero denial will do everything in his power to catch up. This Chase, who has just served his drive-through, now looking to get in the way of Captain Cody. Now, it is anti-collide, so you don't really have to get out of the way. You can just run your own hot laps. Cody with another corner cut there. 8 laps to go, and he's got 8 corner cuts to give up before he gets a penalty. 2.1 seconds the gap now. Cody, by the way, with a 1 minute .865, and he holds the fastest lap at the moment. Now, trying to catch up to Cody here. Five laps left to go of this German Grand Prix at the Hockenheimring, and it has not lifted up to its qualifying expectations. But this has been a relatively good race, very clean from everyone, some good battles all the way up and down the field. 4 laps now remain. 2.9 seconds, the gap stays the same. But any sort of stuck throttle or spin into the gravel, Captain Cody knows that Zero Denial is right there to pick up the pieces, and Zero Denial very rarely makes mistakes. Zero Denial's teammate Viandra in 3rd place, so this will certainly give Proera more points than Holden this race, which will make them closer in the championship. Kubo, with his 2-stop strategy, very clearly has not given him the edge over both Laser and Viandra, who are both close to a drive-through, but so is Kubo, who's on 24 corner cuts. There's Latingi, who's probably about to be lapped for the 2nd time in this race. He spins off. There is... Ah, it looks like Rohan! Rohan must have disconnected. He's out of the race. Can't see him on the spectate system, and that's so unfortunate, which means that Fusion Motorsport will only score a single point from the highs of qualifying 1, and this the unfortunate outcome for Fusion Motorsport faithful. They still do get a point, so they'll be on 3 points when we head to Sweden and the Anderstorp Raceway for our next visit. That'll be round number 10. Zero Denial has made a mistake somewhere because he's now 7 seconds back. The chase down in 6th place. He knows he's safe from Latingi behind. Chase now is going to go for the fastest lap attempt. And if he does get that extra point, then he will inherit 3rd place from Cirque in the championship. And that'll take another point off of Captain Cody. Who you can tell by his driving is not taking any risks at all as we head to the final lap. And 1 more minute as Coolbro now has a drive-through for corner cuts. So, but Chase wasn't close enough to contend with that 5th place. Don't get us wrong, Zero Denial is catching, but he needed to do this when he was only 2 seconds away. Latingi also boxing for the fastest lap, but he's been nowhere near the pace to the front. I'm not sure he can even get in the 1 minute ones, let alone the 1 minute flat. Captain Cody will now be heading through the final sector now. No throttle sticks through here, hopefully. doesn't happen for him. And Captain Cody is going to round the final corner. And he's going to win yet again his 5th win of the campaign. And the Australian stands on top yet again. Dudenal will come home in 2nd place. Yet again. Teammate Viandra with another great result for his team. So Prowira gets closer to holding in the standings. As Viandra rounds the final corner and comes 3rd place to round off the podium. Laser in what could possibly be his final race. For this Owen GP team is 4th. They crash around the final corner, and Coolbro 9 will be the last driver to cross the line. Spins out of the final corner. Well. So that's been the race here at the Hockenheimring. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next round in Sweden.